for you to look at. Before you just give me an answer, make sure you decide whether this is this or if it's this. Sorry, that's not written right. Which is the correct way? Is it the one on the left or the one on the right?
The one on the right.
That is correct. Okay. Very good. So will you give that a try, please? Tell me what you come up with.
Yeah. It would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 4, 16. It would be -1/16.
Very good. Really good. Yeah. So because you know it's negative, you actually can eliminate a couple of answers if you need to, right? Awesome. Okay. So for the next problem, before we do the next problem, just a reminder here that when the bases are the same and you're multiplying, you add the exponents. So if this were like x to the 5th times x to the 8th, this is x to the 5 plus 8, x to the 13. Similarly, when you're dividing exponents, okay, you subtract the exponent. So it's x to the n minus m. X to the n minus m here. So an example would be like, oh, I don't know, x to the -2 over x to the -4. This becomes x to the -2 minus a -4. Right. So what does that become? -2 minus -4. Two
Maybe
negatives make a positive.
x to the 2.
X squared. Yeah. Now here's another example because the negative exponents are the one that are the toughest here. Let's say it's a x to the -5 over x to the -2. This is x to the -5 minus a -2. Two negatives make a positive. This becomes x to the -3. But you probably know by now that you can't leave it as a negative exponent.
Yeah.
So this becomes 1 over x cubed like that. So any questions on these two properties? These are the two that you need for the next couple of questions here. You've seen them before, but not sure if they have any. So I'm going to give this to you without the multiple choice because I think the multiple choice makes this just a tiny bit too easy. Could you simplify that for me, please?
Yeah, it would be 6 c to the 6 over c to the 13, which would be 1 over c to the 7. 1 over c to the 7.
Okay, but what about this property that we just talked about where when the base is the same, you add the exponents?
Oh, dang it. Yeah, that's right. So it would be c to the 1 plus c to the -8. C
I'm
to
not,
the,
and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just sort of throwing out there that maybe there was a better way
yeah. Dang it.
because your answer is correct. It's just that, well, I would rather you use the property because that's what it was designed for, something like that. All right, so here's another one for you to look at, Max. Take a look at that, please.
Then that. So would you add the exponents here?
Say that one more time.
Would you add the exponents here?
Because you're dividing, you subtract the exponents.
Okay, so
So you have to deal with some negative signs.
that would be x 1 over x. Is that it?
Just 1 over x? Yes, that is correct. Good. All right, so you already did a problem like this one, but I'm gonna have you do another here. One of the things that I tell students to do with a problem like this is to put a 1 there where the 5 is, so that you remind yourself that you're distributing the negative exponent to all 3 of those and you're multiplying.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so could you give this one a try, please?
Yeah, so that would be 5 to the negative 2, x to the negative x to the 6, y to the negative 12, and then x to the 6 over 25, y to the 12. Would it be 6x over 25, y to the 12?
It's x to the 6th, like you just said, over 25 y to the 12th. Very good. All right. All right, so I'm going to grab question 17. I'm going to give you a couple of options here for how to work 17. I think it's nice in math when you know that there's like 2 ways to do a problem or more. That way you don't have to like always be stuck doing it a certain way. So option number 1, this is the most common option, is to apply that negative exponent to everything. Right? That's
Yeah.
kind of option number 1. Option number 2 here is to remember that if you just flip what's inside, so 2a minus 4b cubed, 3a squared b to the minus 4. When you have a negative exponent, it's like flipping what's inside here.
Mhm.
Now, I suppose you could further do the following. You could even say, why don't I simplify what's inside here first before I do either of these?
Mhm.
That's okay too. Like if you're like, hey, I really want to deal with this b over 3 over b to the minus 4,
Mhm.
or now b to the minus 4 over b cubed, like you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of, there's no like order of operations here. You have to decide what you think is best, and I'll leave you to it. You can decide how you want to work through this problem.
So 2 to the negative 2, a to the 8, b to the negative 6, over 3 to the negative 2, a to the negative 4, b to the 8. Four over 9, a 12, b 14. Would it be 4a to the 12 over 9b to the 14?
You're really close. Your numbers switch at some point. So it's 9, it's 9 on the top.
Oh, I forgot to flip them. Dang.
Yeah. Well, the good news is the answer you gave was not on the multiple choice. You would have been, wondering what to do next. All right,
Yeah.
let's kind of transition here to some scientific notation.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
I'll just throw a problem at you to see how you do this. Do you remember how you handle the numbers and then the powers of 10?
Yeah.
You want to give this one a try, or do you want me to show you an example?
I think I got it. You foil it, right?
You can, but really, no, I'm sorry. You do not foil this because those are multiplications in the middle. You have to multiply 3.2 times 4.8 And then 10 to the 7th times 10 cubed.
Okay, so for that kind of stuff, you just multiply it.
Mhm.
Okay, sounds good.
Now there's a little bit of a modification here, but we'll get to that in a moment.
Times 10 to 10. And you would move it over, so that would be 9.6 times 10 to the 9. So would it be 9.6 times 10 to the 9?
But did you multiply 3.2 times 14.8, 4.8?
Yeah,
And what did you get?
0.96.
Should be 19.6
Oh,
times 10 to the 10. I think maybe you just have just as a reminder here, you multiply the numbers, you can put the decimals in, and whatever you get, sorry, I guess
yeah.
this isn't right either. All right, let me back up here. Are you allowed to use a calculator on this test or not?
Yeah,
But you are, okay.
I accidentally just plugged in the wrong number into
Yeah,
the
so
calculator.
then it's not, that's 15.36 is,
Okay, yeah.
all right, so from here, this number in front, it's called the mantissa, it needs to be between 1 and 10. Which means you have to move the decimal.
Yeah,
And since you move the decimal to the left, it creates an additional power of 10. Like this. And so from here, you can then add the exponents. 1.536 times 10 to the power of 11.
yeah. Okay.
Let me have you try another one here. Let's have it make it a little simple here. Well, I'll make it different. Let's say it's 4.1 times 10 to the minus 5. And then it's 5.05 times 10 to the minus 3.
Okay.
Could you try simplifying that, please?
Yeah. So that would be let's see. 4.1 times 4.1 times 5.05 equals 2.0705 times 10 to the -7.
What's your answer? Sorry, didn't know.
Two
Well done.
point oh seven oh 2.0705 times 10 to the -7.
Good, really good. Okay, so these next couple of problems should be a little bit easier because you're just moving the decimal. So let me just throw this one up here. Get through this pretty quickly here. Can you give me the correct answer for this one?
It would be 3, 4, 5. It would be the C one.
Good C, good. All right, here's one more. We'll move on to a new topic.
Yeah. 3.9 times 10 to the -4.
Yes. You got it. Very good. Okay. So we're going to get back to some quadratic stuff. Let's say I give you a quadratic like 4 minus x squared. Okay. And I asked you to build a table. Excuse me. I say, I want you to fill in the y values for this table. Okay. To do this, and this is really f of x, by the way, y is really f of x. To do this, I recommend starting in the middle. Okay. F of 0, which is 4 minus 0 squared, which is 4.
Yeah.
F of 1 is 4 minus 1 squared. Notice I'm putting the number in parentheses for x, like I'm really treating it like there's a parentheses there. So this is 4 minus 1, which is 3. And then f of 2 is 4 minus 2 squared, which is 4 minus 4. That's 0. Now we're going to do f of minus 1. 4 minus minus 1 squared. So it's really important that you put that number in parentheses when it's a negative number. So you square that first. 4 minus 1, that's 3. F of negative 2 is 4 minus 2 squared. 4 minus 4 is 0. What do you notice about anything with the numbers on the right?
That they all go down, like they're the same, they're reflected.
Yeah, there's this symmetry that you get about the vertex. Okay. Let me have you try one here. Let's say it's x squared minus 4x plus 1. That's your function here. I want you to fill in this table. All right, so here we go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So I want you to fill in this table for me, please.
So it will be 0, x 0 plus 1. So 0 would be 1, which means 4 would be 1.
Good. Good use of symmetry on that one.
And then, so then it would be 1, 1 minus 4 is negative 3 plus 2 minus 2. 1 would equal minus 2.
Okay.
So 3. So 3 is also negative 2, which
Really
means
good.
that 2 would be 4 minus 16, 12. What? Wait, no. Oh, that's 2. So that would be 4 minus 8 plus 1. Would it be negative 3?
Yes. Really good. And good use of symmetry, right? Like that's the whole point of this is you don't have to do every problem
Yeah.
for every number here. Okay. So, all right. So here is one for you to try again on your own. This is the problem your teacher actually had you do, but I thought we needed a couple of warm-up problems to get to that. So -4, -5, -3, oops, -6, -3, and -2. Could you try that for us, please?
Yeah. 4 plus 16. So negative 2 would be 22.
Okay.
Which means negative 6 would be 22. So then that would be 9 plus 24 plus 2. So that would be 11 plus 24 That's 35. So 3, -3 and -5 are 35.
I've got some different answers than you, so let's just double check these here. What was your answer for -6?
-6, I think. Oh, I forgot it.
Okay, so it's negative parentheses -6 squared minus 8 times -6 plus 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's like it's
You
not
have to substitute in parentheses.
okay. So it would be -36 minus oh wait. No. That would be 10.
Let's try. So there's some sort of something going on here. So it's -6 squared. -6 squared, it's 36, but then you have to negate it.
Mm,
Okay, so -6 squared really means -6 times -6, right? And then -8 times -6 is positive 48.
yeah.
Okay, so you got 48 plus 2, 50 minus 36. What does that become?
Um, that would become 12.
Try again.
Oh,
I mean, I try to combine the easier numbers, like that's 50 minus 36.
it'd be 14.
14. Okay. And the nice thing is if you do it correctly, right? Like if you're right, then you get the symmetry. But if you do it wrong, well, you don't get any symmetry.
Mhm.
So go ahead and try for -5, please.
Uh, wait, what am I trying again?
You're putting, are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Okay, you're putting -5 in for X. Just like we did here for -6, but I'm asking you to do it a little bit more carefully this time.
Yeah. Could I do -3 instead?
Sure. Yeah, no, good idea. Use the easier one, right?
Mhm. So it would be like negative parentheses -3 squared minus 8 -5 plus 2. 40 plus 2, and then that would be -9. 42 minus 9. 3. Would it be 33?
It's not 33. So let's just take a look here again. I appreciate you trying it. I'm not trying to make this like really difficult on you. It's the same as the previous problem. You have to substitute in parentheses. You just have to. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what -3 squared is?
It's 9.
And then you negate it, so it becomes -9. How
Yeah,
about -8 times -3?
24.
Positive 24 plus 2. What does that become?
Uh, that becomes 26 minus 9. So 17.
Yes, good job. Okay, only one more. This is only one more here. -4. So same thing, please.
Okay. So that would be 4. Negative 4 squared minus 8 -4 plus 2. This -16 plus 4 times 8. It's 32 plus 2. 34 minus 16. 34 minus 16. Would it be? It's not 28, is it? It would be.
You get no, it's closer to 17.
Yeah, it's like it's what's it called? Is it 20?
It ends up being 18. So we should come back to that, but let's just switch topics here. That did not go well. We'll do a few of those at the end if we have time. Just want to transition back to something that we can feel a little better about. All right. Can you tell me what AB plus AB equals?
Um a a squared b squared.
So what you just told me is if it's AB times AB,
Oh
that
wait,
is A
no,
squared B squared.
no, it would be so it would be 2ab.
2AB. You have two of them. Very good. So you have to remember this difference. This is a key difference between them. Okay. Now sometimes they sometimes they interact here, but like what is A squared B plus AB squared? Basically, can these combine?
Um no.
No, it's the same thing. It's A squared B plus AB squared. So they can only combine when they can combine, right? When they're exactly the same. And you've got your teacher's giving you some problems here like this. Let me throw one here at you here. Let's say it's 3x squared y minus 2xy plus 2x plus 4xy minus 8xy squared plus 3y. So first thing I want you to think about here is whether or not you need the parentheses. Do you need these parentheses?
Yeah.
Okay, if you do, that means there's something to do, like this plus goes in, or there's a number over here.
Oh wait. Well, I guess you don't really need them, but it wouldn't
That's
really
right.
go here, right?
That's right. So you only need them when there's something holding them on the outside.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's nothing holding them on the outside, so you can actually drop the parentheses. So I'd like you to drop the parentheses and tell me what you can combine.
Okay. You can combine the 4xy with the negative 2xy.
Okay, so what does it become?
It would become 2xy.
That's right. And everything else, anything else that you see there?
No.
Okay. All right. So here is a problem for you to look at here. I got to just make a little bit of a modification here so you can actually do it. All right. I want you to take a look at this and see what you come up with.
Okay. It would have to be B, right?
Why is it B?
Because oh wait, no, never mind. Never mind.
So that's the problem when you put the multiple choice in front of you is we just want to find the answer instead of, you can almost just ignore this, work it out, and then see which one is the same.
Yeah.
Because you will avoid issues like you just did. So
It would be negative 2CD.
okay. So that gets you down to C or D.
Yep. And then you could do negative 2C squared D.
So you have to be careful because there's no way to get when you're adding, you never change the exponents. So addition and subtraction, no change to exponents.
Yeah.
So when you said C squared D squared, well, you can't, there is no C squared D squared in here. Do you understand what I'm saying or not?
Yeah.
Okay. So
So
that's why it's letter D, because the minus 7D and the 5CD becomes minus 2CD. It goes back to that whole thing I was writing up here where if they're the same and you're adding, you just add them up, but the exponents don't change.
yeah. Okay.
But when you're multiplying, the exponents do change.
So yeah, okay. Sounds good.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Gotta get the kind of ingrained here. All right, so I'm not going to give you the multiple choice. It's too easy for you to choose one. And really what you want to do on the test is just cover up the multiple choice and try working it out here.
Yeah.
So this last one here is a 5. We did problems like this the last hour. You have to distribute that negative to all terms.
Okay. So that would be 3y squared minus 8y minus 2 plus 4y squared plus 6y minus 5.
Okay,
7y squared minus 7.
what about the 8 with the y's? You have a minus 8y and a plus 6y. What does that become?
That would become negative 2y.
Okay, almost there.
So would that be 7 y squared minus 2y minus 7?
Yes, very good. All right, really good. Let's try another one here. I still just sensing this whole distributing the negative thing. We got to write them all out. Got to get that down here. So let's go 4x squared minus 3x minus 1 minus let's go 2x squared minus 5x minus 7. Can you try that one for us, please?
Yeah. You would negative 2x. So would that be 2x squared plus 2x
Okay.
plus 6.
Yes, you got it. Very good. Okay. Now we haven't done one of these in a while, so this is kind of so let's say I had a like a squared b cubed on the outside, and I had 5ab squared minus 3ab plus b. Okay. And we're going to distribute this thing on the outside into all three of them.
Yeah.
So you just have to be really slow and steady on this. You have to say, okay, how can I make sure that this works out nicely? And to do that, you have to say, okay, a squared times a to the 1 is a cube. B cubed times b squared is b to the 5th. Bring
Yeah.
that 5 down. So notice when you multiply, you add the exponents. Okay, so it becomes minus 3a cubed b to the 4th, because there's really a 1 and a 1 there.
Yeah.
Okay, plus a squared b to the 4th power.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Any questions on that before I give you one to try?
No.
Okay, you got to do it just one at a time. That's the only way to do it. This one's just got a little bit more involved. It's the same idea though.
Okay.
That's a 3 there at the end.
Okay. So -12 a to the 6 b to the 5 minus or plus 6 a to the 7 b to the 4 c to the 5. Oh, wait, no. I'll try the c in it. Minus 9a to the 2 b to the 3 c, and then you would add it all up. That would be
Give me your first term whenever you've got it.
I have -12 a to the 6 b to the 5 c plus 6 a to the 7 b to the 4 c to the 5 minus a squared b to the 3 c.
A -9 in front of that last one.
Yeah.
Okay, there's nothing to combine from here. You can't combine them unless they have the same exponents. And the idea is that if you couldn't combine them before, like you can't combine anything in parentheses, there's no reason you could combine them after the fact.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we got to kind of go. I'm just looking at your review. We're going kind of backwards now a little bit with stuff that we already covered, but good practice for you. Here's another FOIL. It's slightly more difficult than the ones we were doing earlier, but good practice for you. So if you want to give that a try, please.
That would be 3x minus 4y parentheses 2x plus 5y. 6x squared plus 15x y minus 8xy minus 20y. 6x squared plus 7xy minus 20y. Would it be 6x squared plus 5xy minus 20y?
20y squared on that last one. The
Oh, yeah.
outer, you said this, I think you said is 15xy, but what is the inner? What's minus 4y times 2x?
Minus 4y times negative 8xy.
Negative 8xy, good. And then those do combine
Uh-huh.
because they're the same exponents.
Yeah,
So what does that become?
that becomes 7xy.
7xy. So there's your answer. 6x squared plus 7xy minus 20y squared. So notice like sometimes like what you could do is you could do the well, you've still got a FOIL. I mean, you've got to remember that when it's x times x, it's squared, y times y, it's y squared.
Yeah,
Here's another one for you to look at. Let's go a minus 3b, 4a plus 2b. Could you try multiplying those together, please?
yeah. And minus 3b. 4a plus 2b. Um, four a squared plus 2ab minus 12ab minus 6b squared. So 4a squared.
Yep, 4a squared. Keep going.
4a squared minus 10ab minus 6b squared.
Yes, yes, really, really good. Really, really good. Okay. All right. So you're getting the pattern here. When you have two variables, okay, there's always going to be a squared and a squared. You agree with that? Like in the last problem, we had a squared and a squared. Just some things to start looking for when you're working out problems like this one. Okay, so we got a few minutes left here, Max. I can just keep throwing up problems. Is there anything else that you want us to work on for sure today? I don't want to make sure you're getting everything. I think we're going to do another function problem if you don't tell me anything otherwise.
No, I'm good on everything else, I think.
Okay, so a little bit of rapid fire here. Let's say f of x equals minus 8x squared. What is f of minus 5? What does that become?
Uh, that would be that would be 25 times 8, 200.
Did
Wait,
you say
negative
200 or
200.
positive? Positive or negative?
Negative.
It is negative. It's negative 8 times negative 5 squared, negative 8 times 25, which is negative 200. Very good. Let's try another one here. Let's say f of x equals minus 2x squared plus 4 divided by uh, let's just do that. Could you find f of negative 3 for me, please?
Um, that would be 9 times negative 2. Negative 18 plus 4, negative 14.
Yes, negative 14 is correct. Very good. All right, so here's another FOIL problem for you to do. Do x minus 1 squared minus x plus 1 times x minus 1. Could you try that for us, please?
Yeah, it would be. Okay. Of x minus 1, x minus 1, and they're gonna add x squared plus 2x minus 1 minus x minus 1.
So remember on the right here, you're negating both of them.
Mhm.
Okay, so it becomes. Do you have
Yeah.
a final answer for me on this?
It would be x squared
Right, you're distributing the negative to both of these, so it becomes minus x squared plus 1.
so it would be 2x. It would just be 2x. Right?
Well, you've got a plus 1 here and a plus 1 here, so it's not just minus 2x,
Oh, 2x plus 2.
minus 2x plus 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very different. I mean, this is important.
Mm.
All right. We're so close here. I know you're doing your best you can. Let's just do something real quick. How about x minus 3, x plus 3? Could you FOIL that for me, please?
Yeah. Mm. Let's see. Oh, x squared minus 9.
Right, good job. Okay, we're gonna stop there, Max, for today.